Hi, everyone. So today I want to talk about special person interviews. And this was made popular by Bryce Hedstrom. He's a comprehensible input teacher, and his website has a whole bunch of stuff about special person interviews. But I just wanted to share how I do them. So Bryce Hedstrom does them a lot more abstract. He sort of comes up with questions on the fly. I teach middle school, so I like to have concrete questions beforehand and visual aids for my students. And I like them to know exactly what questions I'm going to ask beforehand. So I'm just going to show you a little bit about how I do special person interviews. So first off, like I said, I have all of the questions on slides. So the first one, ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Tienes un apodo? So we do go over all the questions beforehand, before we start the interviews, before I choose someone to be interviewed in front of the class. So on each slide, it also has the question in English, and it also has sentence starters so that when the student is up in front of the class, I can say the question. I only say it in Spanish. They can look, and then they can use the sentence starters. And so I just have very basic questions because I teach Spanish 1. So, ¿Cómo eres? Día favorito, ¿dónde vives? Cumpleaños, ¿cuántos años tienes? ¿Tienes una mascota? ¿Qué te gusta hacer? And ¿cuál es tu clase favorita? So these are all things that we talked about throughout the year. I do this basically at the end of the year as sort of like a celebration of how much they can say in Spanish and how much they understand. I would choose somebody random to come up to the class, in front of the class to be interviewed. They can pass if they want to, and then I would choose somebody else. And so while I'm interviewing them, I need the other students to be doing something. They need, my students, the middle school students, they need some accountability while they're listening. So I actually have a note sheet for them. It's like a packet. And you can see here that it says persona especial numero uno. That's the first person that we're interviewing. And as they listen, they take notes about what they're learning. Apuntes here. So the name of the person, what is their nickname, what's their personality, their favorite day. So basically it goes in the same order as the questions on the board. And so then after the interview, then they have like some activities to sort of remember the information. So they do a drawing for each of the answers that the special person gave. So let's say the special person said that they had 2 dogs. So in the dibujos, they would draw 2 dogs, and it says dos perros here. And then as a class, we, as a review, either the next day or later on in the class, we write a little summary in Spanish. So taking this information here and putting it into complete sentences. So reminding them, okay, we want to say Lisa is 13 years old. How do we say is 13? Remember, we say has 13 years. So we would say Lisa tiene 13 años. So we would write out all of the information, or maybe not all of it, maybe depending on how much time we have, maybe choose 3 or 4 facts from up here and write it in complete sentences. So, and then we repeat that for 4 people. I tell them we're only going to have time for 4 interviews. I'm choosing randomly, I'm sorry if you don't get chosen, but we only have time for 4 interviews. But you could totally do special person again later on in the year or at the end of the year with different questions. You could, there's so many different ways that you can go about special person, but this is what I do. And if you want to, this presentation is on Teachers Pay Teachers along with the matching note sheet. The note sheet is free. So if you would like that, please go check it out. Thank you. Have a great day.